We're going to get to Antonio Conte now. Anton, you wanted to come back, though, on what we were talking about a few moments ago with Darren regarding him being backed by the football club?
Yeah, I think he has been backed by the football club. Spent 50 million on a striker. Could that money have gone elsewhere? Probably, I think. When you've got someone like Harry Kane, do you go and buy someone for 50 million, who's not going to play as much, and you can use them resources in other areas? I think you can do that. But I'm looking at it from Harry Kane's perspective. For the last 5 years, or a bit longer, he's been spoken about going and winning trophies. And you must deep down want to go and win trophy. If you're that good and you're spoken about as one of the best goal scorers, or you're going to be the best goal scorer in the whole of the Premier League, and you ain't got a medal in the Premier League to show for it, he must deep down inside want to win trophies. You know he does. So I think we fast forward now 4 or 5 years, I think he's at a place now where if he did come out and say, listen, I want to go, because I don't want to just be known as Tottenham's greatest ever goal scorer and the Premier League's greatest ever goal scorer. When I sit down with my grandchildren in 20, 30 years' time, I want to show them a Premier League medal. I want to show them a Champions League medal. That's what I want to do, not show them my Tottenham top goal scorer, my Premier League top goal scorer medal. I want to show them team medals. I want to show them medals that when I show them my grandchildren stuff, they go, wow, that's unbelievable, granddad or dad. That's what I think. And I think what's held him back before is the stick that he would get from the fans who adore him, and he clearly loves them too.
But would you not agree also what's held him back is the fact that clubs have not valued him at the appropriate level? Because, for example, City could have come in for him and gone, bang, there you go, you won £150 million, there it is. And they didn't.
But there isn't much
and
point.
I found that fascinating.
But there isn't much point revisiting the past on that, because the older he gets, the lower that price will become, the more realistic it probably is.
I don't think it will.
As his contract gets closer to finishing as well,
well, yes, the contract comes to
exactly.
But the bottom line is that while he isn't anywhere
But all I'm saying is, in the future, we're revisiting the past, but I'm saying we're talking about whether Harry Kane wants to stay in the future. And ultimately, there may well be a club. We all think about Manchester United. There may be others who will be interested in the services we think of Harry Kane in the future, who may well now spend the money given their positions and given what's going on with him at Tottenham. He can't be sold another project at Tottenham. If Antonio Conte leaves, how many projects is it please Harry stay for? I mean, for me, the other thing is Antonio Conte, as the head coach, coming out saying that there's an issue between him and the club over his future, saying he's happy, but ultimately constantly telling fans to have realistic expectations about the club, constantly saying that he wants to be backed, at the same time not committing his future to the football club. It's almost like, well, why would you be backed? I think that's one of the big things. We're all saying, well, you've got to back Conte, he's a top-tier manager. He hasn't even said that he wants to stay at Tottenham. And until he signs on the dotted line, why would all of these players? I don't understand it. It's so short-term, and Tottenham is a sort of club that wants to build for the future. Hasn't got a squad for now. We all know that. But if they want a top-tier manager to do something special, they need to invest the time in the football club that the football club's going to invest in them as manager. That's how you need to get on the same page, and they're just not on the same page at Tottenham. I'm
saying with Conte, I think for me, you got to look at the reasons why he didn't come first time round, and then he's had discussions with Levy. We all know Levy's a difficult customer to deal with in terms of as an owner. He's a difficult person to deal with. Yeah, we don't know what was said in these rooms. Something must have been said where he was promised something and he ain't got what he wanted. And that might be the reason why he's being the way that he is. We don't know this, but I think with Conte, you got to continue to back him. He's a proven winner. I think if it's okay, if I give you this, you sign the deal, yes or no. If he doesn't want to do that, off you pop. If he does want to do it, keep him.
I tend to agree. It's time to give Antonio Conte a new contract once we see some sort of commitment from him to Tottenham's vision. Maybe we can commit to his vision as a coach.